I'm going to be working on this project. I'm logged into a different account and I searched for the project I want to work on. The project I'm on currently is the hands-on project from Chisom Jude. And as you can see, this is a different account and I'm currently here. So what I want to do is to clone this project to my PC, fork the project first. From the instruction, let me go to the instructions. The instruction says the first one. So it says you should create a repository, clone to your PC using VS Code. Create this, um, open text at this, and do this. Okay, so I'm going to just start with creating a repository. So I know creating a repository is a very simple task. So I'm going to create a repository. And for you to do this, you'll see the plus sign on GitHub. You come there and you do create. So it's going to take me here. So I'm going to do project one, and don't have a description. I'll make it public. I can add a readme and you hit create. Okay, so I have created a repository called project one. So I'll go back to the project again and see what it says I should do. I could have opened this on a second tab actually. Okay, so I'm going to do what next? It says after you've created a repository, you should clone it to your PC using VX editor. Create a file, call it mytext.md, open mytext.md, add some recently used git command and save and push to GitHub. Okay, so this project is just trying to teach you how to navigate your way through GitHub. So I'm going to duplicate this page because I'll be coming back to it again. And I'm going to go to the repository I created, and this is the repository I just created. So the project says clone it to your computer. You come to where you have code, you copy the project URL. So this is VS Code for me, and I've done actually nothing here. So you can see it's a brand new stuff, no file is open. So what the first thing I want to do on VS Code is to come to these three dots and open the terminal and new terminal. So a new terminal is open. Be mindful of the location because that is where your files will be downloaded to. So for me, I want my files somewhere else. So I'm going to go to my desktop. This folder I recently created, it is a very empty folder. So this is the folder. I'm going to click here and get the folder URL, copy it, go back to my terminal and do a CD into that part. So this is the part. I'm currently on that part, and if you do an LX, you see that there is nothing inside. So great. Now I want to do a Git clone. That Git repository, I want to clone it to my PC. So I copy this again. Now I'm coming here to do Git clone. Then I paste the URL and I hit enter. You can see that it is cloning project one. So obviously project one has nothing inside, so it's going to be very, very fast. Now, if you do an LX, you see that in your folder, you now have project one. And if you go to your PC, you would see project one. You remember the first time I copied URL from here, there was nothing here. So obviously I have a project one and a README file. This README was created when I checked that README box. While I was creating the repository, I checked the README. So you can see I have a README file and I have project one. So now the project says create a create a folder, create a file and call it my md.txt. So you go to file, open that folder in this UX editor, locate it. I think it's on my desktop. Yep, this is it. So I'm opening this now. I want to open it, not just that project one. So I've opened the folder called Chisholm J and project one. Yes, I'm going to trust this. So now, if you look at project one, it has just readme. Now, the project says create a text file. So I'm going to click on this add button. Before I do that, I want to confirm the name of the text file I'm supposed to create. So the name is my text.md. So I'm going to come to this new file. This one is for new folder. This one is to sync your folders, more like a refresh. So I'm going to click on new file and I'll say my text.md. Okay, great. So I'll click enter. Now I have my text.md open here, more like a GUI context. So it said add recently used. So whatever git command you want to add, we just want to have content on this folder. Let it not be an empty folder. So these are my git recently used, git URL, git clone URL, this um git status. I can just say git push, whatever. Okay, this is fine. So I'm going to save this. And what next? Let's go to the project and see what we're asked to do. So open this, add some recently used git command, save and push to GitHub. Okay, great. So in the aspect of pushing to GitHub, you would then need what is called some level of authentication because this is the first time we're doing this. So I'm going to open a terminal again. So you can see, always be mindful of where your terminal is. So I'm on that part, desktop, Chisholm, Jude. So now I'll do what I want to do here is a git status. Let me see if this is even synced. So it's telling me not a git repository. It can't recognize this repository. So I need to sync into that project one because that is the git repository. So I'll do a cd project one. Let me do git status again. Oh, okay. So it said on branch main, your branch is up to date. On tracked files, do a git add file name to include this file. So I think my git status is fine. It's just trying to tell me that this file text.md is just on your PC. I don't know this file. So what do we do next? You do a git add. First of all, confirm that you've saved it. Yeah, it's saved. Git add dot. So what this dot is, all. If there are more than one files I added, it's going to save all of them. So I don't want to start doing git add file name. So I just go with git add dots because it covers every other files. Just in a case, in a production case where you have more than one file, you make changes to this, you make changes to that. Instead of you remembering all the file names, you can just do git add dot all. So now if I do the get status again, I'm sure it will be a different message. Yeah. So now you can see it in green color and it says that I have this file but it's unstaged. So I want to do a git commit. So I'll do git commit dash m, which is for message. Then sorry. So sorry. So the commit message has to be in quote. I'll just say first commit. Any message, any reasonable message for you to identify why you're pushing these changes to GitHub. So I'll click enter, and now this is asking me this because this is the first time I'm doing this. However, I try to use a new PC, a new Git account, and all that so that I will be able to explain this part, because if I was using my PC, I already done all this. I'm just going to commit straight up. So now it said, tell us who you are, run this command, blah, blah, blah. So the way this command is, I'm going to run it that way, but I'm going to do this off the camera. So I'm going to impute the email address attached to the accounts I want to push to. I'm going to enter the username. So I don't want all that exposed, and I'm doing it off camera. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back now. I've been able to run those two commands with the email, and now I've also run my git commit again. So now I want to do the git push to origin. You can, if you look down your VS Code left, you can see my mouse. So down here it shows you what branch you're on, and that's the branch you're pushing to. So I'm pushing to origin main. Let's see what goes there. So Git is asking me to sign in again. Oh my god. So I'm going to sign in, and if you pass the sign in method for Git, you're automatically going to be pushing your project to GitHub. I've been able to sign in now. I'm going to go back to Git and see what's happened. So you can see immediately I signed in, I just see pushes and completed to my main. So let's confirm that we have completed project one. So we're going to come to this project one and refresh it, and yo, so you can see I have my text.md file pushed here, and when I open it I see all the jargons I typed: git clone url, git this, that. So I didn't even use the right format. There's a language, or will I say mockup language, used to write in GitHub called MD. So it's an MD files, which means Markdown. So Markdown shows you have a pattern you write, very similar to HTML. Okay, so project one is done. So let's see what project two, one step two, sorry. So when you complete, you see that what you have on the cloud is now the same with what you have on your computer. So on your local computer, create a branch. On the new branch, add some command used to create a branch and push to the new branch. When complete, you can see that the new branch and file, you can now see the new branch and file on this repo. Remember to start this repo. Most of you do forget. Please do. Okay, so I'm going to create a branch, and I'm going to add, make changes on the branch and push to the branch. When you complete, you will now see that you will see the new branch on GitHub and changes that are made to it. So this project is just focused on teaching you what branching is all about and how it could help you. Okay, so to create this branch, I'm going to use git checkout, git checkout dash b, and the name of my branch is going to be um, my name. I'm going to use my name. So I'll hit enter, and you can now see I'm switched. Look at my left. I'm switched from Chisom, from main to now Chisom George. So what this command does is to create a branch and switch you to the branch. So now I'm in this new branch, and on this my new branch, I'm going to make a change to this file. So I'm going to now use MD commands or HTML. So let me add a break line and make this one look better than the one on main. So I'm gonna do this break line, and I'm going to add the latest command I used, which is git checkout dash b chisom j. So this is it. I'm going to save these changes, and at this point I'm going to do a git status. Mind you, I'm on a new branch, so it's not saying this yet. So I'm going to do git add dot all. Then I'm going to do my git status. I just like to do the git status to confirm that things are going just the way I want it. Okay, so I'm fine now. I'm going to do my git commit dash m quotes pushing to a branch. So pushing to a branch now. You can see my commit is done. And what else? What else do I need to do? Git push origin. So in this case now, I'm not pushing to origin main, but I'm pushing to the branch. So I'm pushing to this branch, and hula, it's complete. So I've been able to push to new branch this. So let's go to GitHub and see the magic we've created. So now when we refresh this project, some people will be confused, but hold on. You can see it's telling me that Chisom should have recent changes. So assuming I'm working on the collaboration project, what I would do now is to do what? Compare and send a pull request to the original project. But in this case, I'm the one that created the repository. I didn't fork it. So it's mine. So there's no need to create a pull request because I can commit to the main branch without any obstruction. So now where do we see our changes? The beauty of branch is that nothing was changed here on the main. Where the changes is on this branch. So when you go to this branch and click on the same file, which is textmd, you would now see that this is well aligned because we added break line, and this is the last commit. But if you go to main, you will see that main is still the same way it is. So this helps a lot, especially when you're working with different people on a project. You push to your own branch. When the project reviewer comes, he reviews what is on your branch and know whether to merge it to master or main branch or not. So you don't push directly to a main branch for any project, especially on a production case. So that is the reason for the step 2 or collaboration project. It now tells you, okay, now I'm not the owner of the repository, but I want to be able to work on someone's project. So what do? I'll create a branch, I'll fork the project, it becomes mine. I'll create a branch. I can do anything on that copy that is on my account, but when I want them to update it, like the owner of the project to see my changes and update it on their end, I have to now create a pull request, which was what popped up when we logged in, asking us to create a pull request because it believes that when you make a change to a branch, you obviously need to create a pull request to sync it to the main branch, because the main branch is what everybody is looking at. That is the just as the name is, that is the main branch. So every other branch, sometimes it's called master depending on your setup. So every other branch becomes a sub branch. So that will be the end of this video. Let's not make it long. So I'll also try to do the collaboration video. But I believe this video is simple enough for you to, as a new user to GitHub, you should be able to navigate your way around.